Dumelang bagaetsho le kae? Le rona re teng. So I decided to take a different approach this time. It all has to fit in with the don't forget to have fun aspect. So I rather refer to these as rewind rather than, drawing with me. The reason is because I just realized if I was drawing while I was recording, I end up not enjoying the drawing itself because I'm constantly self-conscious of the fact that I'm either lagging, I'm not drawing properly, I'm taking too long, and plus actually recording while I draw is just the absolute headache. So what I did this time was to just record myself going backwards, and then now here it is. This is what it is now. So this is chapter 1, page 1. This page was actually reworked for those who saw the earlier version, the first version. And one of the major reasons was because I just wasn't happy with the design and how everything was done. And I just decided to rework quite a number of things. I think the biggest one that had to be reworked was the Reaper that you can see in front of you now. That Reaper was actually inspired by the Reaper on Rannoch, which, that mission was like, that mission was, if I could put it in a phrase, it was more like shit. When you are pointing that laser at that thing and you push that button, and you're just sitting wondering, holy smokes, please hit, and you're just seeing that circle go closer and closer, and smaller and smaller, and you're just like, please, and you're just seeing that laser come closer to you, and you're just like, please. That mission gave me anxiety. It really did. Especially when you realize that the space between him and you is closing. Well, I said him, sorry, I just assumed as gender, it. So I decided, actually, I think that mission was clearly memorable, so I decided to use that Reaper as a reference and to actually draw the Reaper in this one. I wanted to capture that feeling in this first page, in the first panel, of Shepard just seeing the Reapers descend upon the planet, and just that sense of defeat you initially feel when you're just hit with an insurmountable task. So afterwards, the next part that I actually did work on, as you can see here, is with the helmet. I reworked it from the original because I just wasn't happy with the design. I was clearly not using references. I got lazy. I was trying to keep up with the 1 page a week concept in terms of webcomics, and it actually just ended up hurting my art, which is why I started to move towards I aim for 2 pages a month. I know it's absolute sacrilege in webcomics, but the most important part is that I need to have fun, hence don't forget to have fun. So I reworked that. I reworked the gun slightly. I think the gun's called a Predator. Correct me if I'm wrong, but jeepers, that's my favorite gun. I love that pistol. I love its design. There's something about it. It's just such a signature Mass Effect weapon. And you'll probably see every time I draw Shepard holding a gun, I pretty much use that design because it was just so delicious. And then moving on to the next one was where I came through. You'll see here, this is where Garrus comes in. Garrus really challenges me when it comes to actually drawing him. Jeepers, it's so, I don't know why. I cannot understand why. But you'll see every time I draw Garrus, he comes out somewhat inconsistent. I think one of the hardest parts for me are those spikes on the back of his head. I can't get them to curve properly because they almost like curve with the spine and then his skull and then go straight, but I never get it right. I don't know why I can't do it, but anyway, practice makes perfect, I suppose. And what's Garrus without a rifle? Garrus is all it is. First of all, I really didn't like that they could make Shepard win that shooting battle, the marksman battle on top of the Citadel. It's just, there's no need to make Shepard that overpowered. Somebody on the Mass Effect Facebook group actually said, and they put it beautifully when they said, geez, next thing they'll tell you that Shepard knows how to fly better than Joker. It's not necessary. We know Shepard is good. We don't have to keep pimping him out. He's hardcore. Or she's hardcore. Mine is a he. It's Maru Shepard, named after my son, and that is life. So Wow, I rambled a bit there. You know what? I don't care because I'm having fun. So what I moved on to, geez, I say so too many times. So I also went and reworked his armor. Did some work in terms of the armor and updated it a little bit. And I was away for a while. I think I got distracted by the real Maru and came back. Here we are with Garrus and his scars, his signature scars. Interesting with this one, I just need to check. I think I got my continuities wrong because that like plaster thing on the side of his head, I think he only had that in Mass Effect 2. And that'll be a disconnect to this because this comic is supposed to be in the stages of the Reaper War, which means that that thing should have been gone because that's in Mass Effect 3. But I also worked on Garrus in terms of adding a little bit more geometrical symmetry compared to the original, and it was also easier because all I did was just work on his face. I didn't have to worry about his torso, his body, because those ones are also just, that is a challenge. And I'll tell you what the biggest challenge is, because I'm lazy and keep using shortcuts. What I should do is draw his body first and then put the armor on, which sounds obvious, but it's weird that it never occurred to me when I have to draw him. But anyway, this is the page. I think this is pretty much it's all done. I really actually, I'm really enjoying line art. I'm enjoying it a lot. Next step is going to, of course, be coloring it and then publishing it. I published the comic on www.lostscrolls.co.za because the whole comic is the Lost Scrolls of Maru Shepherd, well, Mass Effect Lost Scrolls. And once I publish it, please follow me on Facebook, on the Facebook page CSTID. Why is it not Lost Scrolls? Because Facebook won't allow me to change it. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Lost Scrolls ZA. And with that, I say thank you so very much. And I will chat to you guys. Well, we don't really chat, do we? That's pretty awkward. Either way. Guys, please take care of yourselves. Please look after yourselves and each other. Corona's not a joke. Let's treat it as serious as it is. Thank you very much for tuning in. Khotso.